The ugliest man in the world.
Wait till you see his face.
Yeah, look at me.
This is Theo.
Wait.
Monochrome.
I can't even do a face that ugly.
You know, he's looking like the Geico caveman. Look at him. Jules, you don't think that looks ugly?
I mean, yeah. I see what you're seeing.
He's a full retard to me. A full retard, and he's always depressed. His mental health. He needs a therapist to get him through the week. For what? For what?
So here he is. Here's Kevin Smith. You know, Kevin Smith, of course, lost all that weight, but did not lose a single item of his old clothes. I really don't know why this is happening. Unless his bones, you know, I have this theory. Fat people's bones are growing so big to hold up their big fat bodies, and when they lose the weight, that skeleton remains the same. And you got a big fat skeleton, and now you can't ever look normal. You ever seen a person lose a lot of weight? They never look normal. That's why you got to stay like me. So here's Kevin Smith, and he couldn't be worse today. We caught him in a few things. Are we in our fullest quality? Oh, look at this. I'll treat you to 1440p. I'm not going to 26.
Do you think that people get to choose when they 420 you? Because the last time I watched this, I also got 420.
You got 420.
It doesn't always happen.
The quality you're talking about on YouTube. YouTube, any chance they can to knock you down to the lowest quality.
Specifically this episode.
Really? Well, yeah. I don't know. But YouTube, how many views does this have? So the more, this has 1.1 million views. When your video gets that many views, YouTube makes it autoplay 480 because this would cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars in bandwidth. They still have to pay someone for it. It's not free. They still have to pay an electric bill at the very least. So they knock it down. YouTube is constantly on your iPhone. You got to check every time and go through that menu dive to advanced settings and make sure you're all the way up there. They're knocking you down every time. It's the first thing I do. You know, in fact, any movie, any show, any song I listen to, I spend about 5-6 minutes calibrating the video and audio, making sure the viewing and listening experience is at the highest possible. And everyone should as well. It will change your life. Here he is. He's drinking that Icelandic water. I don't believe in that stuff. I don't believe in this Icelandic or whatever that is. That seems fake. And there he is. Look at this face he's making. I can't even make a face that ugly. I can't even look that fucking stupid. And then, of course, Kevin Smith. Okay, let me just see this little intro, and we'll see what's going on with Kev.
Is that what that print is?
Oh, black and white.
Oh, monochrome is black and white. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, I've heard of it before.
Fuck yeah, you have.
But yeah.
You're a smart guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Kevin Smith he's a depressed guy. I don't know who's listening to his show. The numbers must be very low because he's walking around with this woe is me depression about his podcast constantly. Everywhere you go, you'll hear 3 stories from him. You'll hear his heart attack story. Remember when he had a heart attack? Oh. You'll hear about his weight loss. And then you'll hear about, in my day, we used to do that. Guys, my show is older than his. I'm not talking like I'm some old washed-up has-been. He's walking around like, you'll see this. But he's got some baggage. He's got some weight. He's got some problems. He's got some depression. He's got some resentment towards, which a lot of these people do. Corolla has this. Mark Maron, I think, has a little of this. They're seeing this Rogan crew. They're seeing people like Theo with these millions of views and selling arenas. And that's what they wanted. And they're not getting that now. And they've got this chip on their shoulder. A big chip, obviously, here on his shoulder about this. And again, if you would just dress in clothes that fit you, this wouldn't be such a crazy thing to look at. You know what I mean? Slim it down. The big hat is a crazy one. If I wore a big hat and a big shirt too, I'd look crazy.
He doesn't need to have that much space. Like, why is the hat so loose?
The hat is so funny.
That, I think.
You could fit an iPhone in the side of that hat.
Why are you purposefully widening the hat?
Why does the hat need to be so? Look where the clip is here. Look where the clip is. Now, on my hat, I'll tell you something. This goes all the way to the end on my hat. My thing overlaps the little buckle. It goes perfect. It goes exactly. There's no overlap. There's no underlap. Mine goes perfect, so I must have the head that God intended. Look at this hair, by the way. I'm getting a wave. Are people a fan
You
of the
look
way?
good right
I think
now.
I like this Jewishy wave.
I think you look hot.
Okay, so here it is. Let's just see if we could catch a few moments here, real quick.
Yeah, I'm not a.
Don't-
Yeah, I'm.
But that is just a
I'm-
on
Yeah,
display.
don't sweat. You knew monochrome. It's just one of those things you didn't need, and then it happened, and then you're like, why didn't I? But you did.
Yeah.
I've seen you speak. You're no dummy.
Yeah, it was always in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably used it. You probably
Nice
busted.
drinking a Celsius. I am against this can shape. You know, I have cans of that shape here. I don't like it. It makes you a fool to drink from. I say this all the time. The longer the can, the stupider you look drinking it. The more you got to tilt your head back, and the dumber and more boyish you appear. Here he is drinking a Celsius. Now that's gonna mean something a little later here.
Said it once or twice in your life.
Oh, I've definitely. I mean, I've been involved in some like. It's not It's like the most racial of screens. If it's monochrome, right? It's black and
Did
white.
we get that awkward beginning at 152? Because I'm already here at 241. What happened here? I thought we had that awkward beginning that we wanted to touch on.
Yeah. Did you?
Interesting. Let me go back to this 150. I thought we played the whole thing. Here, watch. I got something to show you. I got something to point out. Come on. This week, with this ugly piece of shit.
But I'll be
Sharp.
really good. Yeah, look at me. I'm in fucking
Here we go.
monochrome.
Listen to this.
Is that what that print is?
Black and white.
Maybe I didn't get
Oh,
there.
monochrome
Yeah,
is black
you
and
can
white.
keep going.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, I've heard of it before,
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
you have.
but yeah,
You're a smart guy.
Okay, watch this.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I'm not a.
Don't-
Yeah, I'm a. Yeah, I mean, I'm.
Yeah, don't sweat. You knew monochrome.
Hey,
It's
we were
just
right
one of
there,
those things
sorry.
You didn't need, and then it happened, and then you're like, why didn't I? But you did.
Yeah,
I've seen you speak. You're no dummy.
yeah, it was always in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a dummy,
Probably
by
used
the
it.
way.
You probably busted it once or twice in your life.
Oh, I've definitely. I mean, I've been involved in some like. It's not It's like the most racial of screens. If it's monochrome, right? It's black
Something
and white.
interesting's
kind
about
of.
to
It's
happen.
the,
Watch.
it's the apartheid
Binary.
of print.
Yeah. I scream it when I come. I'm like, monochrome.
Stop.
Because Clerks was in black and white.
Notice he's
Yeah.
talking
So everything
soft.
ties
Hold on.
back to Clerks. Only Clerks. The only way I could come now is thinking of Clerks.
Well, I love the Mallrats shoes, man. Those are so. That's
Thank
really
you.
cool.
Those look
Can we
horrible.
start?
Yeah, we'll start. Who made those?
There it is. I hate this phrase. Listen closely.
Mallrats shoes, man. Those are so. That's
Thank
really
you.
cool.
Did we start?
Yeah, we'll start. Who made those?
Are we start?
Did we start? Are we starting? Okay. Somebody needs to, either the podcasters need to have an official start, or the guests need to get over this. Oh, we're just rolling. Oh, we've been rolling. I can't hear it anymore. Every single comedian podcast starts with, oh, did we start? Oh, I better. But on the other hand, why does every comedian need to start their show without letting the guests know? When we start the show, everybody fucking knows. We didn't just start roll. You know, everybody's obsessed with being this down-to-earth Shane Gillis dog. Oh, we're just wrong. Where'd you learn that from? Did you come up with that yourself? You didn't. It needs to end. And here's the confusion. Look at the confused face of Kevin Smith. Look at him. Oh, did we start? And listen to what he says, though.
Man, those are so. That's
Thank
really
you.
cool.
Did we start?
Yeah, we'll start. Who made those?
Are we started?
Yeah, we can. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's totally cool. Modern podcasting, I've not gotten the hang of. Like, we started back in like 2007. We were doing this podcast.
Oh, modern podcasting he hasn't gotten the hang of. Well, why not? If you're still podcasting now, aren't you doing a modern podcast? We started back in 2000. I started in 2003. I'm as modern as they come. We started back in 2007. He says, okay, great. I'm glad that he says that himself, because you're going to hear a little lie come up in a few minutes.
Podcasting I've not gotten the hang of. Like we started back in like 2007. We were doing Smodcast.
Smodcast, yeah.
And there was always like, welcome to Smodcast. I'm Kevin Smith. I'm Scott Mosier. So there was an official beginning. But lately, any podcast I've been on, you're just bullshitting, and all of a sudden, you're 5 minutes into a conversation. I'm like, oh, I bet you we started and shit.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like, I think sometimes some places things are a little more formal. I don't know.
Are you guys trying to catch somebody, say something? I mean, really, it should be illegal. You should be able to sue somebody for recording you without consent. That's without consent there. Are you hoping to catch them say something they shouldn't be saying?
I feel like if I say start, then it doesn't go as, I don't know. I mean, you're a director. What is that like? If you say,
well, it depends who you ask.
I don't know.
Oh, wow. You hear this? He's hung up. He's got all this stuff in his head, huh? Oh, yeah, he's not really, he hasn't caught up to the modern podcast. And you're a director. Well, it depends who you ask, because, you're thinking about those hate comments? You're still in this position? I swear we just saw Kevin Smith do this 5 years ago. He really hasn't figured it out. We're still stuck here with Kevin Smith. Let's go to 340, and we might be right there. Yeah, here we go. Listen to this.
I like to think of a director, but you go on the internet, they'll tell you a lot fucking different. He was a director maybe once in his fucking first
That's
movie.
What he's thinking about.
Every day online, somebody tells me I'm terrible at my job.
Wow. Okay. Well, you might have to start. That does not happen to me. I'll tell you that. Every day I go online, people tell me, Mike, please, 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 please. You're the only thing I have. Every day for years. So if everybody's telling you suck, if your own fans aren't eclipsing those voices about how much you suck, that's bad. You shouldn't be telling people this in public.
Every day online, somebody tells me I'm terrible at my job. For the last 30 years that I've been doing the job, you know what that's like.
Yeah.
Or maybe you don't. You're like, I've never gotten a bad fucking review. Do you dig into your comments?
Yeah, no, we don't. I don't dig into too much, man. I was actually talking Joe Rogan. I spoke with him recently, and he was saying, "Don't read the good shit. Don't read the bad shit."
This is weird here,
bro. Are we going to start dropping names this early in the podcast?
Huh?
I mean, you just whipped that
You'll
out
win.
like a cock.
Yeah.
Like fucking who are you, Louis?
See, that ain't modern podcasting, though. That ain't modern. You don't know that Theo Vaughn is one of Joe Rogan's, what do they call it, gooblers? You're thinking like Joe Rogan's a celebrity and Theo Vaughn's doing a name. I mean, these people are, Joe Rogan is the reason Theo Vaughn is where you're seeing him.
I mean, you just whipped that
You'll
out like a
win.
cock.
Yeah.
Like fucking who are you, Louis C.K.? I wasn't ready for that. All of a sudden we're talking Joe Rogan and shit. No, that's
that ain't modern podcasting, I'll tell you that. All right, let's go to this next one. 8:15. 8:15. Oh, Redbar Rewind. Let's try that. I haven't used Redbar. Is it 08?
0815.
0815. Look at that. Okay, yeah. Let's see what he says here. It's another one. It's just a short one.
Wow. So it was a big musical first.
It was off-Broadway hit.
You look.
It was a big ass puppet like on stage.
Yeah. There's a
It's
picture of
fun
it
to
right there. I guess.
Well, yeah, kind of. There's on stage the ones to the right
is
in that
good.
one
This is
picture
good.
that looks like the stage show. Oh, I forgot. Like again, modern podcast. You guys like have a screen and you spend an inordinate amount of time looking at images and videos and shit.
But you're getting it. Modern podcasting, you guys have a screen and you spend a lot of time. I can't use this word he used. I don't know what that means. I'm like George Jenko when it comes to that word. I'm just joking. I know what it means. I'm not going to repeat it. He's complaining that in my day, we used to just talk. Listen to this crap.
Screen and you spend an inordinate amount of time looking at images and videos and shit. That was something that never occurred to us in 2007.
Yeah, you just had to use your imagination.
Well, we just talked to each other. And there was also no real video component. Like that was the attraction of doing the podcast. Is like, I can just fucking do it dressed like however I am. It's like voicing animation or something.
Yeah.
But y'all have gotten it down to a fucking science. Like, when I went to Tom Segura's place, fucking, Joe, of course, and Bert, all y'all have free drinks.
Yeah.
Like I was just out there and they're like, you
Listen
want
to
water?
this.
And that's kind of standard. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll have water. Like,
What are you
would
talking
like
about?
Celsius. So I was like, What do you mean? And there's a fucking Celsius cooler out there.
Yeah.
That is stock. It's more stock than a 7-Eleven. Whose fucking dick are you sucking to get that much Celsius?
Okay, so he's got this jealousy, this worry. You know, he's saying Theo Vaughn, sponsored by Celsius, and they've got free Celsius for everybody. This is bothering him. This is worrying him.
This entire podcast is basically a fixation on the Celsius cooler.
He can't believe that these YouTubers are getting perks and these podcasters are getting stuff that he doesn't have, and this is really affecting him. Listen to this.
It's more stock than a 7-Eleven. Whose fucking dick are you sucking to get that much Celsius, man?
Dude.
And what am I doing wrong, Theo?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
Is
how come
sucking
I don't
dick
have...
vegan?
It's bad.
It can be.
Okay.
You just don't swallow the meat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
No
You
more
put it in your
jokes,
mouth and you
please.
still swallow it. Why on earth can't I get this fucking podcast thing down to a science? I've been doing it.
But you were one of the you were one of the early guys in it.
Do you know what? Here's where I thought, and I've said this on other podcasts, so we'll do other things and shit.
No, I caught a YouTuber the other day doing this video. Every once in a while, your favorite YouTuber, you know, especially if you follow like guitar YouTubers, every once in a while when they're not gifted the views they wanted. Have you seen this? How many times have you seen a YouTuber make a video? Why I hate YouTube.
Oh, you talking Rhett Shull?
Yeah, Rhett Shull. YouTube is not, they're suppressing my videos and not letting my videos go out to subscribers. No, you put out a boring video and your own subscribers didn't want to see it. I don't know if there's confusion, but YouTubers seem to think that if their video does bad, that YouTube is hiding it from their own subscribers. No, the only thing YouTube's doing is if your video doesn't do good, it's not promoting it to people outside of your subscribers. And why should they? And anytime they do, consider that a nice gift. These people think that it should all be handed to them. And here, Kevin Smith, it's the same thing. It's like, the reason this stuff isn't happening for you, your podcast isn't good and people don't like you anymore. The blame game. Listen to this.
You know what? Here's where I thought, and I've said this on other podcasts, so we'll do other things and shit. Vonward, that's awesome.
It's not.
I thought I was so smart because I was like, oh, we'll do all these podcasts and we give them out for free. And then when I'm in their town doing a live show, that's when they'll buy a ticket because they've gotten all this free. And that was how I was like, and that's how we'll make money on podcasting.
So that was your strategy from the beginning, you're saying?
That was my generation. I mean, it wasn't even my strategy. It was just like, it just started because I was like, this is fucking fun. And me and Mosier sitting around like goofing off and having a microphone on fun conversations appealed to
now
me.
you can
We
go
always
to
take
1715.
Yeah, look at this. 1715. Are we going back to Celsius?
Every single other thing in this podcast, when he's not talking about Celsius, he's talking about his heart attack. So you can just fill that in.
Yeah, screw that. Okay, so this one is going to be... Yeah, he's going
All of
back.
the notes are about Celsius.
Yeah, great. And wait till you hear what he's either lying or... Here, watch.
like Only Murders in the Buildings is predicated on podcasting.
Yeah.
Like podcasting has become absolutely massive. But yeah, I never figured out how to make money from it. Certainly not enough to have a fucking Celsius fridge.
Yeah.
What is that all about? How does that happen?
Dude, they mailed it one day and the guys...
Who's they? I want details.
No, his people, pastor people, 24 hours a day, whatever Theo's agency is, whatever his podcast ad agency is, they're pestering and they're pestering and they're wheeling and dealing all day. That's how it gets done. Okay? Or he's being abused by the companies and just taking the abuse.
How does
Not
that
that
happen?
hard.
Dude, they mailed it one day and the guys...
Who's they? I want details, Theo. You
I
can't
guess-
just fucking gloss over this. Like that's the most impressive thing I've seen in a month.
Lord Celsius, I guess, sent it.
Is
you
that
know?
who it was? What is
I
he?
actually kind of believe in Lord Celsius. We were at the grocery
Yeah.
store the other day, and you're walking through the aisles, and everything is suddenly Celsius, and we're both drinking Celsius 3 times a day. And
Everywhere.
suddenly,
We were
don't
at-
even remember how we got into this.
We were at an old tire shop. We did this thing where we had to rent a U-Haul for something, and the U-Haul pickup location happened to be some old-ass tire shop, like an old muffler and tire shop, mom and pop. we go in there, and the old man behind the register from like 1975, they don't have a computer. It's like the same furniture, hodgepodge from 1960. The old man is drinking a Celsius.
Not only drinking, he had Celsius for sale.
Yes, he had his Celsius fridge, and then we're going, how did you hear about Celsius? In fact, how is Celsius everywhere? Anywhere you can get a bottle of water, you could get a can of this Celsiide. How? What are they doing? How did they get everywhere so quickly? I mean, it took Red Bull 20 years to get that many POV sales points. How is Celsius everywhere, and what's going on? Is this stuff healthy, or are we being poisoned? I mean, I'm on 6 to 7 cans of Celsius a day.
No.
It does work. I'll tell you that. It does work.
You only need one.
Like, you know what? That's bad of me. I'm assuming it's a guy. It could be a lady, but I assume you would have called her Lady Celsius. If
Yeah, her Majesty. Yeah, I don't
Queen
know.
Celsius.
I can't
Empress,
imagine.
the Empress Celsius.
Yes, the Empress Celsius. That's
I know.
who it is.
Fuck all this fooling around. How did you get that free shit? Tell me
What
right now.
are you talking about? You're Kevin Smith. I believe you could write to any company and get free shit. What is the mystery here? What's he going through again? And you know what? I've kind of had it with Kevin Smith's whining or whatever this is. It might be time to finish off Smith.
We had a sponsorship with them, and then they sent that at some point. And it's kind of like some of the guys have some of the guys can't turn their necks. They've had so much of it. It's fucking.
My kid introduced me to it
Here
because
we
she's
go.
like, it's vegan, you could drink it. I was like, right on. And
Kids
then,
are drinking.
And he thinks he needs to be vegan to lose weight. This is what he got in his head. That's why he's acting and feeling like this. Yeah, of course you're severely depressed. You thought, well, I guess the only way to lose weight is to go vegan. I don't want to get... I saw Babish, this guy Babish, this cook.
Of course.
I saw him. I
He
couldn't
went to the
believe it. He's a
mental
cook.
hospital.
And he goes, here is a ribeye. Now, I could only eat these about once a month or I die from a coronary heart attack. I couldn't believe it. So there's these people out there that think steak will make you fat. He even said, Babish goes, the ribeye has a lot of fat on it, which is yummy, but will also make you fat.
I
What?
mean, didn't he listen to Michaela speaking to Congress?
I don't understand. Michaela Peterson just told RFK Jr. at Congress that she eats meat only. Kevin Smith's another one of these idiots who thought, I need to lose weight. The only way to do it is to go vegan. And imagine the stress he put himself through. Imagine what he went through if he would have just known a few things. Just stop eating sugar and bread. You're fine. But listen to this, what he's going to say. This is the Celsius part, right, Jules?
Yes.
Listen to what he says.
Everything is
Yeah.
Celsius.
Listen to what he says about Celsius. This was shocking. And this made it look how ugly. I really can't look at this rodent. Really. Am I allowed to put...
Maybe he's having a little bit of a nose widening. Is that it?
I mean, really, you talk about Jews should be killed every day. This should be killed. We should really be able to poison him for looking like this. Okay, let's see what I would. Theo Von, watch out, because I got guys sneaking poison into any drink they're going to find you drinking. Every one of your live shows, I got people putting poison in your water. Okay, watch this.
My kid introduced me to it because she's like, it's vegan, you could drink it. I was like, right on. And
Kids
then,
are drinking it?
Yeah, my kid. Well, she's 25. I guess I don't know if she counts as a kid anymore. But
Yeah.
one day she came over. And we were recording a podcast. We got podcasts that's dropping on iHeart.
Oh, cool.
It's called Beardless Dickless Me. I got a free plug. But we were about to record, and I cracked a Celsius, and she was like, "How many of those you've had today?" And I was like, "This is the 10th."
This is the 10th. Celsius. By the way, Celsius has 200 milligrams of caffeine in it, amongst a ton of other fucking crap that you do not want that much of. He's claiming he drank 10. What's 10 times 200, Jules? I can't do the math.
2,000.
2,000.
Of caffeine.
So he's either lying or he's severely retarded. He's claiming he drank 2,000 milligrams of Celsius. Listen to this again.
Recording, I cracked a Celsius, and she was like, "How many of those you've had today?" And I was
10.
like, "This is the 10th."
The 10th.
And she goes, "What are you fucking nuts? It's an energy drink." And I was like, "But you said it was
I
vegan."
mean,
She's like,
really, 1.5 is wild.
If you have 2 Celsiuses in one day, you could like run up a mountain.
You could
It's
only
so
do 2 a
powerful.
day if you have one at like 7 in the morning, and then you have your next one at like 5 p.m.
and you're doing an all-nighter.
Yeah, and it will keep you up. If I drink Celsius after 2 p.m., I'll be up till 7 in the morning. For real, it really works. So 10 cans, huh, Kevin?
I mean, 2,000 milligrams of caffeine is like, you could die from that.
Of course. And we wish he did. We really wish he did. I mean, I really need more people to go away.
This is the 10th. And she goes, what are you, fucking nuts? It's an energy drink. And I was like, but you said it was vegan. She's like, those 2 things are not mutually exclusive. She's like, you're a fucking heart attack victim. She's like, and then she went online, like the way you guys are like, somebody's in another room fucking looking shit up. She immediately went online. She was like, oh my God, you can't have more than fucking 2 a day. What are you, nuts?
Yeah, they're very
tasty,
strong.
man. They're good. But they never felt that strong to me. Like I never felt like hyped, but maybe you don't feel
the
it. Maybe
ginger.
that's the thing about a drug, right? I've never been in the throes of drug abuse. Maybe I am, and I don't even fucking know it. I
mean,
could be enslaved to Celsius.
I am uneasy when I see older people drinking energy drinks. I really am. I feel like it's inappropriate at the very least. For an older person, imagine if you caught your dad drinking a Celsius. Something's off about that, right? Why does your dad need this vibe? That's odd. I don't like that at all. All right, what's our next code here?
Okay, so Kevin Smith has seen the Celsius. He thinks he needs more of this.
Yeah.
And the only way is to somehow get a job working with Theo. You can go to 3300.
This is rather bizarre, and I don't know where this is coming from. What does this say about him?
And so when I got out, I was in the nut house like a year and a half ago.
Oh, he was in the nut house. I remember that. Was that a year and a half ago? I thought that was longer. He went to a 72-hour psych evaluation like Sarah Weinstein. I don't like this. If you've been to the nut house, I'm scared of you. I don't trust you. I'm scared. I don't like a nut. Okay? You shouldn't be openly telling people you went to the insane asylum. To me, growing up, the asylum, nothing was scarier. Nothing. So the fact that you've been in and out of the nut house, for what? For what? Because Smodcast didn't get 76,000 views?
Doing what you're doing, man. And so when I got out, I was in the nut house like a year and a half ago. And so when I got out of there, like I put up a video
Damn,
on
you
People
fucked
Magazine
up.
and shit. Yeah,
Sorry.
it happens.
I mean,
Not even
everybody
scares
gets there
Theo,
one day.
who's insane.
I could be there this afternoon, but I'm hearing
Especially,
you.
well, not with that free fucking Celsius, man. You're living on easy street, Theo. There are those of us who have to fucking pay for Celsius. You know how much I pay for those? $2.89 a can. This motherfucker can. I come in, he goes, take as many as you want. I was like, hello, new best friend. I want to work on your fucking show.
We buy 8 Celsiuses a day because we always want an overlap. We never buy it in bulk. We go on DoorDash or GoPuff. We buy them for $4 a can. We buy 8 a day, only that, and then we pay for delivery and a tip and the fee. We're probably spending $65 a day on Celsius. For 8 cans, we only drink 2 a day, but we build a collection over time. That way there's always one in reach. It's really helped me to become a better person, of course.
I'll just greet people. Like, there's a nice dude who greeted me in the fucking parking lot. He goes, oh, man, I'm a big fan. Like, I loved your movies when I was a kid and shit. I'll be that guy,
That's
especially if I
cold.
get to
He's
walk
awesome.
home.
He's got some real problems with this has-been stuff, right? He's worried. I would like to poke at him a little bit more. If
He's
that's
kind
possible.
of serious. He wants maybe a job at this podcast.
Why? Aren't you rich? If you're not rich, something's really off. All right, what's our next code here with him?
Okay, I have like a million.
No, I don't need a
covering
million.
out
Trust
of-
me, I don't need a
up
million.
Celsius out of nowhere almost every 2 minutes.
Wow.
He brings it back to Celsius, but I'll skip all those.
Yeah, please.
But imagine them.
Yeah.
You can go to 014246.
014246. Wow.
The whole middle part is just Celsius. And
You
his
didn't
heart
watch
attack.
this whole
Yes,
show,
Of course
did you?
I did.
You watched 3 hours of Kevin Smith. I could barely watch 5 minutes of it.
I had to see
I
how many
can't
times he
believe
brought
it.
up Celsius.
Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Oh my God, I can't believe this.
I couldn't have done, and this ain't me kissing ass or licking knob. I didn't watch the whole interview. But for the few minutes I watched, I was like, this guy's fucking smart.
Well, there's some
That
stuff
made me happy to come because Jordan, who
His
Jason
Trump
Mewes'
interview.
wife, she runs our business. She was like, oh, I was like, I got to go. I'm going. She's like, where are you going? I was like, I'm going with Theo Bond's podcast. She goes, oh, fucking. She goes, that's right. I love him.
Oh, that's
I was
sweet
like,
of
you
her.
fuck with him? And she goes, oh, you think he's so funny and shit like that?
What's her name?
Jordan Monsanto.
That's sweet of her.
Jordan Monsanto. What? Who is this woman?
Pesticides.
Who is this? Who is this woman he's talking
I
about?
have no idea.
Jordan Monsanto.
Sounds like an evil corp.
I don't trust this Kevin Smith no longer. All right, he's getting to it though, right?
Yeah.
Man, yeah, I think. Well, he cares about some of the same stuff I
Believe
care
me,
about.
as our business manager, I'm gonna go with her. I was like, I'm gonna take a picture of that Celsius case and be like,
Celsius case.
we're
What are
doing
we
shit
doing?
wrong. I know people in the audience like, stop talking about it, but you don't know. You don't know, kids. I know what that means. I'm like, this.
No.
guy's
It's not just stop talking about it. It's you're fucking dead now. You're in big trouble with Redbar over this. You've annoyed me to the highest degree with this Celsius. I don't want to take another sip of it. I might go to Red Bull Origins, the blue Red Bull. I might start drinking Red Bull, Origins or Rain. Is that one of them?
In one of the codes I skipped over, he brings up the Celsius again, and Theo goes, "It's one cooler, man."
Wow, so even Theo's getting sick of this. It's just one cooler, bro. And they got them everywhere. That's the thing. You could walk out with one of them at a Citgo. They're not going to even notice a Circle K. You could leave with one of them. They won't stop you in San Francisco, of course. Okay. Is
But
there
keep
any?
going here, yeah.
Oh, keep going. Listen to this.
figured it the fuck out, man. I want to. Do you have a network, or is it just your show?
No, just us.
Really?
Yeah. It's just.
If you ever start a network, I'll be on it.
You will?
Fucking heartbeat. Are you kidding me? Fucking
What?
I'll get.
We'll plug you in the other room.
Why
dude.
do you want to be on
Dude, I'll never leave.
a network?
That much free Celsius and shit. I mean, he's got his own place. Like,
Can
I
we
can't-
look up, just go to Smodcast on YouTube. What are the current views on average there? While I drink this. Do you guys mind if I fill up my water bottle here? Does he not have Kevin Smith? YouTube, his official channel there. Ooh, this is scary here. This is a narrow hole. Let me fill this up. I don't like a plastic bottle on the set.
He's getting, I don't see any specific smodcasts,
Okay.
but he has a bunch of random podcasts. Fat Man
Yeah,
Beyond.
what's he getting?
He gets about 50 to 74K.
Oh! That should be enough.
That's fine for you.
What does he want? And he's got 100 of all these guys.
And the podcasts are all like reviewing Beetlejuice. So it's like, how much views do you want?
How much views do you think you deserve? That's more than enough. Did he say anything more at this time code?
If you ever start a network, I'll be on it. I think
Yeah.
you just said that, though.
Okay.
Okay, so Theo just ignores this. And so then Kevin gets the idea that maybe if he can't get on Theo's network, maybe Theo will be in one of his movies.
Oh, wow.
And he can get Celsius this way. 014400.
14400. He's still talking Celsius. I really can't believe this.
Office. and
Yeah,
shit.
just the producers, just so they can be around.
Isn't it
so they
crazy?
can-
Like the infrastructure that like
we don't have much. We have three.
Yeah, it's
three
a
coworkers.
huge operation. But,
Yeah, but yeah, it's
but
fun.
it's a place. Like this is unless they're giving you this place free, you got to pay for.
No,
this
they're
place.
not. Did you if you're a
I never want to hear this. I'm not a smart person. Shit, ever again.
What was that?
Jay, you and Muse in a movie, bro. Never mind David Spade. I ain't trying to throw him under the bus, but fucking you and Jay in a movie. You could be his brother. Oh fuck, shit. Hold on.
Desperate.
This is happening in real time.
What would
no.
he
he
do?
doesn't-
I wonder.
Do you want to come? We're doing a movie next year, early next year, Jay and Silent Bob's Store Wars, which is about.
No, you
they
don't want to
have a
be in that. That gets
dispensary.
76K views tops. These Jay and Silent Bob nonsense movies. Theo don't want to be in that movie. And you want Theo, you're trying to get Theo in the movie. Why? So you could get some more views and get some Celsius
This is happening
sponsorships?
in real time.
That's desperate.
And then somebody opens a dispensary across the street, and they're opposites in every way, and they battle for the whole movie. You legit. I'm not just saying this because I'm on the podcast, but like your vibe is very Jay-like. Number one, I know this would make my boss happy. Like Jordan be like, yes, bitch. You could come in and play fucking Jay's brother, who's never been in a movie.
He doesn't want
before.
to.
Jordan Monsanto, the person you just told me?
That's Jordan, Jay's wife, Jordan, who runs our company and shit. She produces the movies as well.
She does.
Yeah, she's been our producer.
You
for
remembered the name Jordan Monsanto as Theo Vaughn? So you were thinking Monsanto. How do you remember that last name unless you're thinking of the pesticide brand?
He's smarter than he looks.
years. She's been producing since like Tusk.
Wow, she's really smart.
Smarter than both you and I. And I know how smart you are, as previously said.
You
she ain't
wrote
that
me
smart,
in.
though. She ain't got one of those fucking
You wrote
things
this character. I'm fictional.
I'm telling you, bro. You playing Jay's brother makes sense.
Wow, really, dude?
100%. I mean, look, I ain't offering you no great chicks. Being in a Kevin Smith movie helps
No, I
nobody's
just heard it
fucking
doesn't make
career.
any money. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's true. And that's their daughter, Logan. And then they have a little boy now.
No
named
one gives
Lucy.
a
He wasn't
fuck.
alive when we did this picture.
That's
He came
sweet.
afterwards. That was Clerks 3. So, yes.
Yeah, so it's dope beef. They got two dispensaries that are having dope beef, basically.
Yeah. Basically.
That's cool.
It's a war.
Yeah, we need that kind of fucking shit.
That's a comedy. But it ain't no studio comedy. Like, no studio.
How much does it cost to make a movie like that? What's kind of like your highest budget?
That'll be
Change the
10.
subject.
If I can get.
Are we
I
still
can,
going?
He
I
changed
could
the
get
subject.
between
He
8
doesn't
to
want to be in
10
the
for
movie.
a Jane.
Okay, do we move on from here?
You could end it off with the last one. 022935.
229.35. Okay.
A lot of times people in Louisiana get accuse them from being from New Jersey. Thank you so
right?
much, Kevin.
Thank you for having, man. Thank you for
Theo
letting me
didn't
talk
like
as much as
this.
I did. Apologies to anybody who tuned in to listen to Theo talk, because I feel like I did most of the talking.
Dude, you know what's so funny? It's a blessing. I was kind of tired today, and I'm grateful that you
Oh,
spoke
are you
a lot.
serious?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Sometimes.
Honestly, that's 100% meaningful to me. Number one, that's fucking crazy real. And number two, I know what that means as a person who's done this a bunch and shit. It's just like, he's coming in, all right, like I like him, and he made
You
Clerks.
tire people. Get
he
it?
has one more offer.
The great director, Kevin Smith, you're not even exciting enough anymore for somebody to perk up out of their tiredness.
All right, but I ain't feeling up to it today. So the fact that I was on Motormouth and you were like, this works for me, 100%. Anytime you don't feel like working, you want me to I'll just sit here and talk the whole time, and you can fucking sit there and
You
be
gotta
present in the
stop.
moment and breathe.
You're not coming back.
And sorry the AC wasn't
No.
working. The coldest thing
It
in
wasn't?
here. It wasn't. The coldest thing in here is that Celsius cooler.
Are you kidding me?
We had it open earlier.
Don't talk so much about what you do.
Amazing. Was that it, Kevin Smith?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that might be the last time we need to hear from Kevin Smith. Guys, another Clerks movie, don't get excited about it. It's not going to be good. It's off. Remember, we watched that last Kevin Smith thing? Wasn't that so bad?
He has another
Yucky.
new one out right now. We can give him one final chance.
Look at this. What's the new one, by the way?
like
what's new?
4:30 p.m. or something.
Is it
Kevin
anything to do with
Smith
Clerks?
New movie. The 4:30
The guy is
movie.
cooked. Yeah, what's that one about?
I feel like it's something about his life growing up. Or
Oh,
something
really?
They said in this episode.
Okay.
Very boring.
Okay, bye, Kevin Smith. That's I don't even want to cover him again. I don't want to see Kevin Smith ever again. Really? What a shame, huh? To throw our childhoods down the drain.